now 248. This is another beauty, real beauty out of this. The real purpose for what Hahnemann has created LM potency was to avoid aggravation and for hypersensitive people, idiosyncratic people. This aphorism, what is the time? It's 4:25. Okay. This is about the beauty of the organon, especially with idiosyncratic people. For this purpose, we put it as a new medicinal solution. You understood? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is a new medicinal solution. Right? From which we give the patient one or increasingly several tablespoons. We can give 1 tablespoon, we can give 2 tablespoons, we can give 1 tablespoon 3 times a day, 4 times a day. But whenever we give the tablespoon, it has to be succussed. In long-standing diseases, daily or every second day. You know, it's like so beauty. You repeat medicine so fast. Of course, that will produce a magical cure. In acute disease, how frequent you can repeat? Every 2 or 6 hours. And in very urgent cases, every hour or even often, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes. And in chronic disease, medicine correctly chosen, even those actions of long duration, may be repeated daily for months with ever increasing success. Sorry, it's not success, it's success. Successes. Repeated success can be used for daily, for months. I mean, I would love to hear, वो बोलते हैं ना, there is a हिंदी में there is a comedy, यार अभी ज्यादा खुश वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, अरे पगले तू रुलाएगा क्या, ज्यादा खुशी में तू मुझे रुलाएगा क्या. It's like this. As a homeopath, I would be blessed to see this opportunity, with tears in the eyes, that this can produce a revolution in the health of the patient so speedily. Because you are allowed to repeat high potencies, polycrase medicines, deep acting drugs daily. It's like, I don't have words to express, but this is something, it's unbelievable. This is how, here when I was making these preparations, this lecture, let me confess with you, when I was reading this whole literature, because on every topic I have 100 pages. If you take susceptibility, I have 100 pages. If you take suppression, I have 100 pages. If you take palliation, I have 100 pages. Because Organon has always been my love affair. So starting from my BHMS till today, I am more inclined towards Organon. Right? When I was going through this material after so many years of time, I literally had tears in my eyes. Because if this is available, and if I increase into my practice, probably my mission of healing the sick will be far more powerful than what actually I have been doing with Sundays. But you just have to tell the patient, that's all. We have to explain, that's all. Right? Acute disease, frequent repetition. Chronic disease, also frequent repetition. Here, if the solution is used, say for example, दवाई bottle खत्म करते अपना आधा खत्म हो गया. Lockdown situation, I tell you an example. I have heard from few people who are using LM potency. Right? In the lockdown, practice was closed, everybody were there at home and they were supposed to take the medicine. What happened? One of my friend had a call from the patient that, sir, my bottle is about to get over. What am I supposed to do? He said, pour the mineral water in it, suckus, and then start taking it. It's possible. Because medicine will never be zero in this bottle. Even the inner wall of this bottle will also have medicinal signature. So if the solution is used up to 7-15 days, it's necessary to add the next solution of the same medicine. It's still indicated. But when patient is, we continue so long as the patient experience continued to improve. In a lockdown situation where the clinics were closed, hospitals were closed, everything was closed, the world was closed, I would say, right? They had an opportunity. Water add karo, dawai continue karo. This is possible. And till when you should take it? Without encountering one or another complaint that patient never had in his life. Means new symptoms. You repeat, you give medicine daily, 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 you give medicine daily. Then patient is better, 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 better. And suddenly a new symptom comes up. So change of symptom is change of medicine. Then you have to hold. Is the same medicine indicated? The symptom is old suppressed symptom reappear, or the new symptom which patient has never experienced. If it's new symptom, patient has never experienced, you are going towards a new medicine. It's indications of second prescription. For this, if new symptom comes up, if the balance of the disease appears to be group of altered symptoms, the symptoms are altered, then another one more homeopathically related medicine must be chosen in place of the last and administered in the same repeated doses. Suppose मैंने एंटी ग्रुप लिया, लेते 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 मेरे में इंप्रूवमेंट आने लगा. Now I started developing new set of symptoms and I am into pulsatilla. So I will have to take pulsatilla in the same way I took anti group. Right? Repeated doses. Mindful, however, modifying the solution every dose with thorough, vigorous succession, thus changing its degree of potency and increasing its somewhat. Similarly, same. Take the 100 ml water bottle, put pulsatilla 0/1, 10 drops of alcohol, close it, suckers, give it to the patient. Patient supposed to take a half cup of water, put 10 drops, stir it well, take 1 spoon, garbage the rest, and you have placebo with them. You have to give placebo along with this. Of course, you are supposed to earn a lot of money out of this. So you are supposed to give placebo. So this way it will help, right? This is equally very important. What will happen? So what will happen? You know that if there is an excess, the 248 is, this is our new symptom coming up in front of you. You give first prescription, had a best effect. New symptom means new medicine. But there will be a cure at the end. There has to have cure at the end. So what will happen? That every administration of the medicine, repeated doses, towards the end, there will be homeopathic aggravation. Because overdose हो रहा है ना, हम dose दे रहे. We are giving the dose every day, twice a day, thrice a day, every day, every week, this and that. And so what will happen? A time will come where vital force will show proving symptoms, homeopathic aggravation symptom. That is the time for you to wait. Reduce the dose, patient is going towards a cure. So when to stop LM prescription is this point. One of my patients, after taking LM, always used to produce constipation. Recently, I had given lycopodium, constipation. Then it's a strong indication for me that now he does not need LM. I'm talking about that time back, an experience. Right? So when I stopped giving LM, patient is cured. So by which, because you are giving the medicine, you are giving the medicine. But the aggravation is for few hours, few days. So patient will not be tortured, not traumatized, no problem at all. If you find the symptoms of the remedy in a patient, of the remedy you have given, time to wait. Reduce the repetition. Stop the repetition. This drug-induced symptom will go away on its own, producing a beautiful cure. This is this aphorism is all about. By which the balance of the morbid symptoms seem to increase again somewhat. Time to reduce the repetition. repeated at longer interval, or stopped for few days. And you see, the excess of the medicine which was there in the body will be detoxed and leave undisturbed health in its wake. See the beautiful words, with the combination of words. Leave, leave undisturbed health in its wake. Vital force is alive, right? It's alive. So undisturbed health in its wake, right? So this is something which is at the end. You expect. You're given a medicine, improvement, 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 improvement. Sudden new symptoms are coming up. Pause, wait. Make a fresh totality, change the prescription. Repeat, 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 repeat. Then remedy symptoms will come up. They belong to the remedy, you know. Wait. Stop the repetition. Don't repeat, observe. Aggravation will go away in a minute. Maximum in a minute. I'm sorry, in a day or a 2 days or a few days maximum. The aggravation is very mild. As a result, no improvement. That's what the Hahnemann word you use. The word is shin symptom. It's because of the excessive medication the symptoms have come out. If you stop the repetition, undisturbed health in its wake will come out. So now is going to the most sensitive part, is olfaction. You have, how to give LM potency by olfaction. 1 gram alcohol, you should put only 1 tablet. At the moment I am at my home, so I don't have that vial with me, but 1 gram glass vial what we have, filled with alcohol, liquid SL, contained a dissolved through succussion 1 globule. Just put 1 globule and give a 8 to 10 strokes. And then what needs to be done is it's like this. So in this process, medicine works in an equal, proper degree. So a small vial, say a dram of alcohol is used in the treatment, in which contained and dissolved through succussion 1 globule of the medicine, which is to be used by olfaction every 2, 3 or 4 days. This also must be thoroughly succussed. If you remember olfaction, what we do in Organon access to success part 3 was having this part, olfaction of the medicine. 1 globule, olfaction. Here is liquid. 1 poppy seed in 1 gram of alcohol, put it, dissolve it, succuss, and then olfact will work. Right now, how to give it's like how to give medicine. I have already explained, like taking 100 ml of water, put 1 poppy seed, 10 drops of alcohol, 10 stroke, this and that, etc. So this is the aphorism about in a footnote. 40, 30, 20, 15, 8 tablespoons of water, addition of some alcohol or charcoal. Charcoal, we all know it's a preservative. So in the time of Hahnemann, charcoal was also used. But when you potentize, you have to remove that charcoal. And then you have to potentize. Hahnemann is telling you should use alcohol. We use alcohol because it's best to, base preservative, and it's much better than what I believe than charcoal. If charcoal you use, you have to remove charcoal, potentize, give it, and then put it again. So is this alcohol, right? 100 ml of water, 1 poppy seed has been put, alcohol, stroke it out. Solution of the medicinal bottle. Hahnemann is telling in bracket, it is rarely necessary to use more than 1 globule. 4 to 5 years of experience of Hahnemann. If you see at the end of his life, he has almost 1700 LM potencies and only 300 or 400 maximum centesimal potency. How much practice he has, there was a shift in his practice from 5th to 6th edition. So he says use only 1 globule. Many people use multiple globules. They say, I doubt whether single globule works or not. Friends, I tell you very frankly, it is working very properly. Of a thoroughly potentized medicine in a large quantity of water, making a solution of 7 to 8 table is what is called water, and through succussion of the vial. Then take 1 tablespoon into the glass of water. What I said yesterday, what I demonstrated yesterday, half a cup of tea, put 1 tablespoon, stir it thoroughly and give a dose of it. What is dose? 1 tablespoon is the dose, not the whole cup is the dose. Many homeopaths give whole cup. Whatever the half quantity, the half cup of water or a 1/4 of water, the medicine is prepared. People give it directly. It's not organon. The organon is only 1 tablespoon. If required, you want to give double the dose, 2 tablespoons. If you want to give three tablespoons, yes, possible. But whenever you use next, say for example, 3 times a day, today 10 strokes in the morning, give 1 tablespoon, use it. In the afternoon, another 10 stroke of the same wine. Evening, another 10 strokes of the same wine. So what Hahnemann has said in this aphorism as well as in previous aphorism, little increase in the potency. Somewhat, the word used, somewhat. It's like this, right? This is about the whole concept of, idiosyncrasy. How to treat idiosyncrasy. I really fear I'm going to see one of the very, very valuable person, I would say politically, in the district where I stay. It's in Anand district. One of the politicians whom I'm going to see today evening, if the rains are off and if the lights have come properly in my area of hospital, is I really going to use this because he's very idiosyncratic person. I gave sulfur, he had reaction of sulfur. Then I was worried whether sulfur is producing a wrong effect. Then I evaluated, I turned out to be lycopodium. I gave lycopodium, still there is a reaction. But because the patient is, I am able to convince him logically. He's very intellectual person. I am able to convince him logically. He does not want to leave me in spite of 2 bad experiences. Today in the evening, I am going to see a patient of idiosyncrasy. Because with idiosyncrasy, it's a new organon. With every idiosyncratic patient, it's a new story. So, Hahnemann is telling, if he's unusually excited and sensitive, a tablespoon of this solution may be put in the another glass of water. You see, the cup, the cup what I don't have right now, but the cup what I showed you yesterday, the cup which I showed you yesterday, to take one tablespoon. If the patient is idiosyncratic, from that cup, you take 1 tablespoon and you put into 1 tablespoon in the another cup having equal quantity of water. Then give it. If there is a reaction, still third cup, 1 tablespoon from the second cup to the third cup. Stir it well, give it. If still there is a reaction, 4th cup, 5th cup. So the medicine will be more and more dilute. So it's like unusually excited and sensitive people, Hahnemann is telling, is a tablespoon of this solution may be put in a glass of water, through thoroughly stirred, use teaspoon doses or may be given. There are patients of so great sensitiveness that a 3rd or 4th glass similarly prepared may be necessary. Each such prepared glass must be made freshly. It's like if you want to give a medicine from the 3rd cup or the 4th cup, the 1st cup, 2nd cup, 3rd cup and the 4th cup, it has to be fresh. It's not like 1st cup, we made it wash and then we are using it as a 4th cup. No. What Hahnemann means is each such prepared glass must be made fresh daily. So people go, I have seen homeopaths, people go, what they advise to the patient, that you go and wash the 1st cup properly and then use it as a 4th cup. No. The inner wall of the medicine, inner wall of the vessel contains the medicinal signature. How to clean the homeopathic utensil is coming into this next aphorism. So, unusually excited and sensitive people, if you give 1 tablespoon from the 1st cup, if there is a wrong reaction, idiosyncrasy is there, you take 1 tablespoon to the 2nd cup. Give a dose from the 2nd cup. Still reaction, 3rd cup. Still reaction, 4th cup. Most probably, after 4th cup, you won't find any reaction of this type of people from idiosyncrasy, in origin. Many Hahnemann is telling that the globule of the high potency is best crushed with few grains of sugar of milk. Then the patient can put into the vial dissolved in a requisite quantity of water. The 100 ml liquid, what I showed you yesterday, there are a few homeopaths who also does that. Sugar of milk is also being added along with one poppy seed of the potency. But I don't know how much it is helpful, because ultimately sugar of milk is placebo. Right? So this is in nutshell about what you call idiosyncrasy. Now, how you should dispense, how to prescribe. There are two ways to prescribe. One is dry dose. One poppy seed you take from, like yesterday what I showed an example was entim crude, right? Entim crude, one poppy seed is taken and given to the patient on tongue straight away. And second is like typical 100 ml water, dissolve it, 10 strokes, and you apply. So these are the two ways LMs are prescribed. There are homeopaths who has prescribed dry doses, like Dr. R.P. Patel, my teacher. Dr. R.P. Patel, sir, has prescribed dry doses as well. But he himself said to me personally, and it is written in his book, that the dose given in liquids work better. Right? So ड्राई डोज में क्या होता है, सिर्फ थोड़े से क्वांटिटी ऑफ नर्व्स टच होते हैं, few nerves are touched. But in a liquid dose, you take the water by mouth, it goes into the trachea, into the esophagus, stomach, duodenum, and some other places possibly. So the deeper nerves are being touched, and from where you get a more powerful action. So such a globule placed dry upon the tongue in one of the smallest doses of moderate cases of illness. Here, but few nerves are touched. What is the difference with liquid? Liquid will produce far more powerful medicine for the use of several days, because no matter how minute, touches on the contrary many nerves. We all know homeopathic medicines are worked through nerves. That's why homeopathy is alive, working in alive, not in dead. So the nerves are active, the vital energy is there, the person is living, will produce an effect. If you read the last aphorisms, what we did in the Organon Access to Success part 3, even if the part is of gangrene, even if the part is necrosed, still the medicine will reach there to produce a good effect, because the nerves are connected. So the deeper nerves, the more sensitive nerves, the nerves of esophagus, the nerves of stomach, the nerves of duodenum, and whatnot, they are so sensitive than being put on tongue. So it works better. These globules retain their medicinal virtue for many years, be protected against sunlight and heat. Today we are going to take interfering factors of the medicine, antidotal effect of the medicine, what you call relationship of the drugs, depend how time we have. So this is about 248 aphorism, right? Friends, am I reachable to you? Are you able to understand properly? Politicians are always intelligent, Dr. Parul. Yeah, that's why they are politicians, Very nice, very nice. First of all, I'm very happy seeing your good feedback, that you're able to hear me well, because the most serious concern was, will the internet be enough to make me to deliver a speech properly? Good. That's very good.